Good morning, everyone. So, today I wanted to talk about something that I think sometimes we let go, and that is the topic of pride. And listen, this is important. I'm reading a few verses right out of the book of First Peter, chapter 5. It says this, verse 5. It says, God resists the proud, but gives grace to the humble. And listen, um, you need to understand that there is an issue with pride in all of us. And not only that, pride manifests itself in a lot of different ways. It's not just a person in arrogance boasting. There are so many ways that pride comes out. But, you know, it is important, I think, for us as believers to keep our pride in check. And it is important because when we start to become proud, and I think probably one of the primary ways that our pride surfaces is we start acting like the good things that are coming out of our life, the fruit that's coming out of our life, is the result of our own righteousness. And we know that's not true, biblically speaking. We know that our righteousness comes from the Lord, and the fruit that comes from our life also comes from the Lord. It comes from our relationship with Him. And so for us to then act like we somehow are doing all of this stuff in our own strength and in our own wisdom or something like that, well, listen, it's just bogus. That's the bottom line. And if you start to walk in that path of pride, what you're going to find is you're going to find that God is resisting you. Okay? It says God resists the proud. The thing here is, if God blesses you in your pride, there's going to be an issue, right? Because you're going to start thinking everything happening in your life is being done by your own merit, and that's what God's plan for you is. And the two things are completely at odds, okay? It's not all bad news here, though. It says this simply: God gives grace to the humble. Okay? Humility is really not an easy thing to sum up, but we know when we look at the life of Jesus, we see perfect humility demonstrated, right? And, I had a friend in Bible college years ago that said something to the effect of, you're humble when you're repenting of your pride, right? When you've got that in check. Well, it says this in verse 6. It says, therefore, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that He may exalt you in due time. And you know what? This happened to me once. A picture of this that God taught me while I was in Bible college. I was meditating on this verse, actually, this very thing, and I was shoveling snow. And while I was shoveling snow, I was thinking about this Bible verse. Well, I was not paying attention. I'm just tossing snow. And actually what I was doing was tossing all of the snow into a part of the pathway that I had already cleared. So I was doing a bad job of it. But I looked back and I saw the mess, and I'm like, oh man, I need to fix this. I need to pay attention. What's the matter with me, basically? And I was very humble about it. And so when I went to go fix my mess, some people walked by, actually the dean of the Bible college and his wife, and they saw what I was doing, cleaning up this mess. Well, they yelled to some of the other kids. They're like, you guys need to follow the example of this guy. Well, that wasn't true. But all of that happened so quickly that I couldn't set the record straight, and they were there, and it would have been a big awkward thing. I think it was a joke anyways, but God used it to illustrate to me He's able, even when I'm making a mistake like that where I wasn't paying attention, because of my humility and my attitude, He was able to actually lift me up. And listen, this is what God does. He says, humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God. Okay, I can tell you this is an issue in the church. Christians, you need to learn, we need to learn how to humble ourselves, okay? And to submit ourselves under the mighty hand of God, to go and allow Him to be God and not think that we need to order Him around. Don't act like it's Him taking orders from us, because I can tell you that's totally wrong, okay? But we need to go and we need to submit to Him and allow Him to exalt us. So I hope that this is encouraging to you. Take some time today to consider if there's an element of pride active in your life that is really causing a strain on your relationship with the Lord, or where He is resisting the work that you're doing because of your pride. And listen, this is such an easy thing, because it is really easy when you understand who God is. It is really easy to humble yourself and to submit to Him. So I encourage you to do that today. If you have not subscribed to my channel, please do it. Click that like button if you like it. But more importantly, please take a minute and leave a comment. I love reading those comments, and I think they minister to other people too. So if this is something that spoke to you, take a minute to share in the comments how that ministered to you. And thank you for watching. Also know that I'm doing these things on Rumble now, so if you prefer Rumble, you can look me up at Dale Quimby there, and that's my name, Dale Quimby. Look me up, and God bless you guys. May you walk in humility today.